Hey everybody, welcome to www.mutvia.com, the home of Mutvia LARP. My name is Eric Malave, and I'm here to actually speak to you about the form of roleplay that we do here at the Mutvia LARP system, which is freeform roleplay. Freeform roleplaying is a way in which the player, that's you, are able to engage in the environment in a whole new way. Well, not necessarily a whole new way. You see, if you're familiar with the way in which Nordic LARPs are run, it's literally exactly the same thing. In an American LARP, you always have certain rules that you have to go by. And these rules are sometimes actually made in a way in which you could do it mundanely, but they still give your character some kind of power. We like to say WYSIWYG here at Mutvia. What you see is what you get. So if you can do it, your character can do it. We try to actually eliminate a lot of the rules which essentially you as a player could do yourself. That way it allows you for a more immersive experience where you don't have to worry about having to roleplay certain effects because of certain skills. In a freeform role-playing system, the way in which you would learn is what we like to call organic. Basically, you have to go out, you have to actually roleplay with other players, and in that, they will teach you the skills in which they know. It's not simply a, I'm gonna buy this at the beginning of the game, therefore I know it this game or the next. While that's totally great in respects to some of the American LARPs that are currently played, that's not necessarily the experience that we're trying to have you find here with Mutvia. If you wanted to find a teacher to, let's say, learn how to farm, you have to actually find a farmer and they have to actually go through the steps in which you learn how to farm. And then through that there will be a certain system for you to actually upgrade your farming experience so you have better results at the end. It doesn't vary greatly from what we know in American LARPs, besides the fact that you are to learn more organically. It actually forces you to be a little more social than most American LARPs. So essentially, you can do absolutely anything that you want. Yes, you can do anything that you want because you're not restricted by the rules. Now, don't get me wrong, there are rules in our game. You do have a certain set of rules that help with the physics of our world, such as magic, spirituality, healing, etc. But of certain things like fighting, for example, if you want to hit somebody, you hit somebody. It does a point of damage. It doesn't do 20 divine fire. Now, again, with all due respect to any American LARPs that are out there right now, it's just not necessarily the type of style that Mutvia is looking for. We really want you to get immersed in this experience, and we really want you to feel the fear that anytime you pick up your weapon, it may be the last. So with things like this, there aren't necessarily any main mods, as throughout the entire weekend, you're gonna have a huge storyline thrown at you. Here in Mutvia, we actually try to focus on having you be more immersed in the storyline than the rule system in itself. That's why the rules are what we like to call rules light. They are just simple rules that help with the physics of the game to help you achieve your greater goals. So how do you deal with skills? Well, you are set with a certain limited number of skills at the very beginning that will basically help your character be above and beyond the natural limitations of an actual human. So that also goes for things like magic, rituals, and healing. That means if you find a warrior dropped in the woods, you as a healer can basically make any kind of heal that you want. It's just you have the capability to heal as per the physics rule of the game. This now allows you to heal players in ways in which your character can personally heal. Again, this is the same thing with magic. The magics have certain effects, and in an organic experience, you're able to make the magic exactly how you see fit. So you basically make the magics how you want them to look. You perform the rituals how you want them to be. Well, not necessarily rituals, but if you want to learn more about that, try to click on one of the links above and see how we actually run our ritual system here at the Mutvia LARPs. The biggest thing with freeform role-playing is to actually go out into the world. Unlike in many American LARPs, where they try to bring the drama to you, you have to go find the adventures. So that means taking your character out into the woods and for some reason find a need to go out and pick those herbs. Have your warrior have to get his armor repaired. I mean, you should, not for nothing. If you're constantly doing combat, there's no way in which your armor is going to be in mint condition. maybe you need to get it checked out. Maybe you just want to get your sword oiled and keep that edge as fine as possible. Or maybe as a magic user, you wish to discuss with other mages, I should say, how to exactly do certain spells, because as you will learn, there are certain cantrips to be done that do require certain movements, certain gestures, certain words, and certain pictures to be drawn. More of that can be found in the links up above. Another way to actually benefit from the freeform role-playing system is to actually ignore out-of-game knowledge. Now, yes, this is something that we all try to do in all of our other games, but here's the thing. In a freeform role-playing system, let's say you want to conjure up a spirit, and you do a ritual. The ritual might very well work. So basically, it's up to you, the player, to come up with all of the drama, the entire experience for your listeners, and for those that are trying to roleplay with you, to experience with you. Do not let the knowledge that you do not know whether or not the skills are going to succeed, because there are no specific skills for a certain thing which you're trying to do, limit you from actually trying to do it. I can't emphasize this enough. So, if you're trying to grow something, physically go out. You just roleplay as if you've gathered the right materials. The thing with freeform role-playing is common sense. Honestly, guys, all you gotta do is have common sense. If you want to plant something, try to go out and find some seed. Roleplay as if you're planting it here, and then let the staff know what you're doing. Sometimes they will actually bend the whims of time to better accommodate you, the player, as to what you have just created. Maybe you just created a new niche or something that they themselves did not think about when originally creating the game, or at least a scenario for the weekend, and now by your implementation, you have made the experience better for not just yourself, but all the other players around you. To kind of recap, explore, trial, and error. Don't be afraid to fail. In our game, you actually get positive feedback for your failed attempts. To find out more about that, you have to check the links above. And one of the biggest things about a freeform role-playing system is it allows you to network. It allows you to socialize, because the only way in which you're going to learn something is by actually making those connects. So if you feel you're from the seedy underworld, look around town. I'm sure you're gonna find somebody to fit your needs. If you're the good guy and you're trying to start a council, there's gonna be people around town for that. Explore, trial, and error. That's it. That's all there is to freeform role-playing. If you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to contact one of the staff members above, or you can find me, Eric Malave, on any of the forums. Again, this is Eric Malave from Mutvia LARP saying, Brutal Soto, and see you out on the field.